Hello there, it's Helen here from helenmartinonline.com. For those of you with a home-based business, this video is for you today. It's a little training video and you would have seen the title saying top 5 prospecting tips. But before I get into that, for those of you that have not jumped on with me live before, or even if you're watching the replay, my name is Helen from helenmartinonline.com, and predominantly what I do is teach home-based business owners to bring their business online and teach them things like branding and social media marketing and Facebook Lives and lead generation and things like that. I do 2 Facebook Lives a week. One of those is on mindset and one of those is training for those in the home-based business. So that's where we are today. I'm doing this training topic, top 5 prospecting tips. So I just want to help those of you that are in a home-based business, give you some of the top tips with prospecting that might give you a little bit more success when you're talking to people about your products or services or your business opportunity. So if you are on live or you're watching the replay, please say hello. Just drop your name below and where you're from. It'd be awesome to see who's on, and I like to say hello to people afterwards as well for those that are on the replay. So the top 5 prospecting tips. My number 1 tip is you must have belief in your products and your company, in what you do. In this industry, you must have unwavering belief in what you do. If you don't, it will shine through when you're talking about your business. People will pick up on your hesitation. People will pick up on your, your nervousness, or your, you haven't truly got that conviction. So number 1 is that you absolutely must have 100% belief in what you are doing. So how can you expect other people to join you in business, buy your products, or be a business partner with you when you don't have 100% belief in what you're doing yourself? So that 100% belief is absolute number 1. If for some reason you don't, then, maybe go and look for a new home that you do have that passion about. But, that's number 1. If you don't have that, nothing else really matters. Number 2, when you are prospecting somebody, the thing you need to do first and foremost is identify a need. Now, there's 2 things with that. How do you identify the need? And 2, what if you don't identify the need? So the first, how do you identify a need? You identify a need from someone, but just by asking questions. Just be interested in what somebody else is doing in their life, or what's going on in their life. Are they happy? Are they working too hard? Are they healthy? Are they unhealthy? Are they spending so much time at work that they don't have any time to spend with their children or their family? They never got to go on holidays. Ask questions and identify a need. If you don't identify a need, don't go there with your products or your business opportunity. It's not the right time. Just build a relationship. You've just built a better relationship, and maybe somewhere in the future there will be a need. But if you ask enough questions, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Ask questions and listen. Listen to what's going on in people's lives. So stop doing all the talking and listen to what people have to say. And if you identify that need, then you can offer a solution. But once again, if you don't identify a need with the way your conversation is going, let it go. They're not a prospect for you. Just let it go. Maybe sometime in the future they will be, but not right there and then. So number 1 is having the belief in what you're doing. Number 2 is identifying the need, and you're doing that by asking questions. You're listening. You're just asking questions and you're listening. And if you don't identify the need, that's where you stop your prospecting in that circumstance. If you do identify a need, then number 3, we go on to offering the solution. Now, where a lot of people go wrong with offering the solution is they jump too early. So they identify the need and they go, oh yes, they could really do with my product or my service, or, I know they're struggling with money, so they could really use, this business opportunity. And you jump on them, you pound on them and go, oh, well, I've got the perfect thing for you, and it's this and it's that and blah, 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 and you've got verbal diarrhea and you've just put them off. People don't care about the details. People only care about themselves and whatever they buy, products, or go into business with, or invest in a little business opportunity. All they want to know is how it's going to benefit them. So don't get bogged down in the details. You just talk about the benefits. So how you offer the solution is where some people go wrong. If this is resonating with anybody, if you're understanding what I mean, please send me some likes so I know that you're understanding what I'm talking about. So number 3 is offering the solution, but how do you offer the solution? You don't suddenly identify that need and go, oh, I've got the perfect thing for you. It's this and that, and it's got the best compensation plan, and it's got this and it's got that, and blah, 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 blah. You go something like this. Well, I don't know whether this would be, something that you would be open to, but if I could tell you, or if I could show you a way that you could earn a few extra dollars to pay those bills you were talking about, or, if I could show you a way where you could earn a few extra dollars to go on that holiday that you can't afford to go on at the moment, would you be open to, looking at some information? So see what you've done there. 1, you've said, I don't know whether, this would be of interest to you or not. So it's not ramming it down their face. It's you just softly. Maybe it might be something you might want to look at, maybe not. So sometimes when you back away a bit, you actually have better results. So, you may or may not be sort of open to this. Now, I would encourage you to use the word open instead of interested. So a lot of people say, would you be interested in looking at what I'm doing, or would you be interested in? Now, when you say that, it's very easy for somebody to say yes or no, but when you use the word open, people don't like to think that they're not open to things. So when you frame it in a way that says, would you be open to looking at some information? People don't like to think they're not open to things, so they're more likely to say yes. So you're framing the question, I don't know whether you want to look at this or not, but if I could show you a way that you could earn a few extra dollars to pay those bills that you were just talking about, would you be open to having a look at it? Now, you're far likely to get a more positive result than, oh, well, if you need some extra money, I've got the perfect solution for you. I'm in this business and it's got this and it's got this and it's got this and you really should have a look at it. Massive difference between those two approaches there. And people really don't like to be told what to do. When you say to someone, you should really look at what I'm doing, you're telling somebody what they should do. So when you're asking somebody, would you be open to looking at some information? You're asking their permission. You're not telling them what they should do. So that's number 3, is when you've identified the need, you offer the solution, but it's how you frame that solution is critically important. So number 4, once you do get to the point where you've got someone's interest, be really careful about the questions that you ask and how you frame them. So you might even get as far with a prospect as, showing them a video link or some information. So if you ask a question like, did you like it? It's a yes or no answer, really. So if you can ask something like, what did you like best about what you saw? Then it's an open-ended question. So how you frame your questions is very important in the follow-up. Even things like, you might send a presentation link or some information. Don't ask questions like, when can I follow you up? Ask a question like, well, is it okay if I follow you up Monday, or would Wednesday be better? It's like asking a kid, would you like an apple or a banana? Rather than saying, would you like a piece of fruit? If you ask a kid if they want a piece of fruit, then hopefully they'll say yes, but, some will just say no. Whereas if you frame the question, would you like an apple or would you like a banana? There's a choice there. Use that same theory in your business. So even if you're talking about the products, did you like this product or that product better? You're asking a question, not just, did you like the products? Yes or no answer. It's like, which product did you like better, this one or this one? So how you frame your questions and how you follow up is critically important. So that's number 4. Number 5 is I would suggest that you be really proactive with objections and negativity. So get on the forefront with that. So things like, if you're talking about the business, it might be, I really didn't think I would have time to do this business, but I've found ways to do it that fits in with, my full-time work, or, it only takes an hour a day. So ward off the objections up front. Most people will say to you, I don't have time, I don't have the money, or I don't think I can do that. Now, if people have really got the vision or they want more out of life, they will find time, they will find the money, and they will find a way to do it. So if you can be upfront with those objections and, the time, the money, the how you operate the business, if you can actually bring that into the conversation first from you, then you're already one step ahead of what they're thinking. And if you do get an objection, hopefully you've heard of this principle before, but if you haven't, please store this information. When you get an objection, use the feel, felt, found principle. So this is an Eric Worre principle from his book, GoPro. If you are in the home-based business and you've not read that book before, I would highly suggest you do. There's great little strategies in there to help you grow your business and to just cope with network marketing in general. So the feel, felt, found principle is, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way, but what I found was. So someone says, I really don't have enough time to do anything like that. Yeah, I understand how you feel. I actually felt the same way and didn't think I'd have the time either. But what I've actually found is that only actually takes me about half an hour to an hour a day. I just keep, it's just little bits every day, just keep up the consistency, and my business is still growing. So the feel, felt, found principle is really important there. So please remember with prospecting is that yes, you need customers, and yes, you need people in your business to help you build your business, but you don't need any one person. So where I see a lot of people in this industry go wrong is they find somebody that's interested and they hang on to that one person for weeks and weeks and weeks, sometimes months, because that's going to be their next best person. That's going to be the person that's going to propel their business. So they hang on to that one person, and then something goes wrong, or they change their mind, and they've just wasted weeks of angst and frustration and thinking that, that person was going to join them in the business, and they just didn't end up doing it for whatever reason. So yes, you need people, you need prospects, you need customers. If you're trying to build a business, yes, you need business partners, but you don't need any one particular person. So don't wait for anybody. Hold your posture. Have belief in what you do, and if someone's, frustrating you or not making a decision, just move on. Just move on. This business doesn't stop for one person. There are plenty of people out there in the world that have the vision for this business and want more out of life than the 9-to-5 grind, or a business, and say they've got their own business that they're a slave to. And there are people out there that just will not fit this business, don't understand this business, don't like this business. That's completely fine. Just move on. Move on. It's okay. So just remember to always keep your posture. The unfortunate part about this industry is that a lot of people do exactly the opposite than what I've just talked about doing. So identifying a need and offering a solution. So they just hound people, or even on social media, they spam their links to people, or they go around saying, I've just joined this business, you should join me too, or I've got these awesome products, you should buy them. It's just not the right way to position yourself, and it will do you damage. So if you can prospect in the right way, whether that's online or offline, and always hold posture in what you do, because I tell you, those of you in a home-based business, you are basically going against what society dictates we do. So society says you need to go to school, Maybe you'll go to uni, maybe you won't, but you'll get a job. And you'll be in that job until you're 60, 65, 70, whatever it is. And you hope to hell that you've got enough at the end of that in superannuation to carry you, or that you get the pension, to carry you through for the rest of your life. That is what society says people should do. When you go in a home-based business and you strive for something more and you really grasp the concept of residual income and doing it the right way, doing the business the right way, it's going against the grain. So it's really important that you have posture with what you do and you don't give up on what you're striving for, and don't be ashamed of wanting something more out of life. If this is resonating with you, if you're understanding what I'm talking about, please, live or on the replay, send me the likes. Do you understand? I've felt this. And this is one of the reasons why I went online with my business, is because there are a lot of people in my life don't understand what I do. I'm from the corporate world. I spent 16 years with my last employer, up to the level of general manager, CEO. And people have sort of said, well, Helen's a smart girl. What's she doing that for? People do not understand. That's okay. I don't need them to understand. I know what I'm striving for. I have a great team that I'm working with, and we're all like-minded and working for more out of life. So don't ever apologize for that. Just surround yourself with people that do understand you, and always listen to, positive personal development things, and surround yourself with people that do understand your journey, uplift you, and give you the skills to do it better. Now, if you've listened to all of that and gone, yep, I understand your prospecting tips, Helen, but I have seriously gone through my warm market. I've annoyed everybody that I know. I have done the wrong things. I recognize that. I don't feel that I can go back to those same people because I did it wrong the first time. Where do I prospect people? What do I do? If that's a question that you are asking, then, I'm happy to share with you what I've done. And I went online for a reason, because I had gone through my warm market. I had a terrible start in this industry and I did it all wrong. So you do get to a point where I really don't know where to turn to next to grow my business. So if you want to look at online strategies, then after I finish this live, I'll put a link up above. Click on that link above, and it's just a free resource. I'm happy to share with you a free resource to help you attract people to you instead of chasing family and friends. There are easier ways to grow your business. Trust me, I know, I'm living it and breathing it, and now I get people that reach out to me on a daily basis rather than having to talk to any of my family and friends about what I do. It's just the way I like it. So if you think that might be something that can help you, then click on that link above. I'll put it up when I finish this video. So I really hope that gives you sort of some insight into how to prospect people, whether it's online or offline. Even if it's online, you're writing things, so you still have to find the need and offer the solution in the right way, whether it's you're talking one-to-one in person or online strategies. So if you think that's helpful to people in your team, if you're in a home-based business, please share it with them. The more people we can help to do this better, then the better name we have for the industry overall. So I hope that's of value to you. If it is, send me some likes. Remember, comment below, say hello, tell me where you're from, and I will see you on my next Facebook Live. Bye.